Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code GIFT13 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code GIFT13. That's GIFT 13 at AdamandEve.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-441-3678 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-441-3678 to take your call now. Call 1-800-441-3678. That's 1-800-441-3678. Again, 1-800-441-3678.
In these uncertain economic times, you've got to do whatever you can to save money. One of our biggest expenses can be our cars, especially when unexpected repair bills hit. Not anymore. If you own a vehicle with less than 130,000 miles, is less than 12 years old, has a warranty about to expire, or even no warranty at all, you could stop paying for car repairs. Roadside assistance, towing, and rental coverage are all included. Don't wait for the next repair. Make one free call right now to see if you qualify. If your vehicle is less than 12 years old, has less than 130,000 miles, even if it's out of warranty, paying for car repairs can become a thing of the past. Call us right now and get your car protected before your next repair bill hits. Get protection and no more repair bills. Call 877-229-7271. Again, 877-229-7271. That's 877-229-7271. 877-229-7271.
What's going on? What's up, everyone? You're listening to Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN. I'm Sideshow. Now, I know most of you guys don't know who I am, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm here today. First of all, I've been a DJ pretty much all my life in every aspect of the business. I've done weddings, parties, clubs, bars, even strip clubs. I'm also a local independent professional wrestler, also known as play fighting in my underwear. I've been doing that since I was 15 years old, almost 21 years now in the business doing that. I love entertaining. I love anything to do with the entertainment business, partially, the reason why you hear my stupid voice here on the radio. I'm also a huge fan of heavy metal, all rock and roll, piercings and tattoos, which I'm also a huge collector of. I love stand-up comedy. I love laughing. I love horror movies on the other side of the coin, which kind of makes me borderline creepy, but that's okay. I'm also big into any kind of extreme sports, skydiving, mud runs, stuff like that. What I am a major advocate for, and why I had this show today, is because I'm an advocate for legalization of cannabis, medicinally and, as far as I'm concerned, recreationally. Florida is where I'm at, and as all you know, we got 57% and needed 60. Why is what I want to know, because literally over 50% is more than majority, so why is that different for Florida? I really don't get that, but we'll come back to that later. A big problem I find in the state of Florida, and this is the main cause I am fighting, is the fact that we spend way too much tax dollars and jail people and ruin their lives over victimless crimes such as marijuana charges. The fact of the matter is, marijuana is still legal in the state of Florida, and you got to respect that. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be a fine or something imposed, but to really take people away from their families, suspend their licenses, put them through all these classes, give them curfews, and make them jump through all these hoops and pay all this money just for the fact that they like to smoke a couple joints to relax. So that's another thing that we're going to be talking about. Prescription medication, of course, in Florida is huge. It's legal. You can get it almost anywhere. We had a big problem with that in the past couple of years. Kind of subsided, but it's still a little bit of a problem around here. But prescription medication, it's killing people. It's making them even more sick than they already are. I think that medical marijuana could really be a very big thing here in the state of Florida, considering that this is a retirement community. People come down here to retire. They come out here to vacation and stuff like that. And we do have a lot of senior citizens around here and people that are in special needs. Why are we feeding them prescription medication that they are getting physically addicted to? That's a big question. Well, we're going to talk about this more in just a little bit when we come back from the break. You are listening to Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code GIFT13 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code GIFT13. That's GIFT 13 at AdamandEve.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-441-3678 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-441-3678 to take your call now. Call 1-800-441-3678. That's 1-800-441-3678. Again, 1-800-441-3678.
Limited time offer, 24-month commitment and credit qualification required. Cancellation fee, auto pay, and paperless billing and other restrictions apply. If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Switch to Dish for the best deal in entertainment. Only Dish brings you the best in entertainment for less than $20 a month. Cut the cable and don't get directed. Switch to Dish because at just $19.99, Dish saves you every time you turn on the TV. It's so simple. The same channels cost less with Dish. So since you can't see the difference, don't pay the difference. Switch to Dish for the best deal in entertainment. Get premium movie channels free for 3 months, starting at just $19.99. Dish saves you every time you turn on the TV. Call now to save with Dish. Dial 1-800-518-1300. That's 1-800-518-1300. The same channels for less than $20 a month. Dish. Call 1-800-518-1300 for details.
And we're back with Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN. I'm Sideshow. And what this show is about is it's about the fact that I am an advocate for the legalization of cannabis, both medicinally and recreationally. I also, right here in the state of Florida, am working towards a cause. It's to stop Florida from wasting taxpayers' dollars and jailing people and pretty much ruining their lives over victimless crimes such as the use of marijuana. If you want to support the cause, if you feel the same way, of course, make sure you hashtag Team Sideshow on your Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. It would be greatly appreciated. So basically what we were talking about before we went to the break is we were talking about the problems that we're having with prescription medication, how it's actually doing more harm than good here in the state of Florida. In 2013, it was recorded that around 25,000 people had died from overdosing on prescription medication. Now that's deaths, not just accidental overdose and these people pulled through. It's not counting deaths from driving under the influence of this medication or just accidents happen because, when people get too far into this medication, they pretty much don't know what's going on in their surroundings. So that's quite a significant amount of people that are dying from this. Of course, you all know, and I know some of you guys don't want to hear it because it's been jammed down your throats, but it is a fact. 0. That's right. I'm not saying 1. I'm not saying maybe 2. No, I'm saying 0 people have died recorded by the use of marijuana. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's always been that one idiot out there that, you smoked a joint and did something stupid, but most likely it's just the fact that he is just that, an idiot. So what we're going to also talk about is the problem with prescription medication and why doctors let this happen. Why are doctors letting people get addicted to these? I mean, surely they're a doctor and they know effects of this medication. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm talking prescription medication, mainly in your oxycodone family, your Vicodins, your Percocets, your Lortabs, your Roxys, your Dilaudid, your morphine, stuff to that nature. These things are really taking control of people's lives, and it is ruining people's lives, getting them physically addicted and turning them into totally different people. I call it the zombie apocalypse because that's really what they are. They're zombies. They're mere shells of their former self, and then they're physically addicted, and then guess what? Then they're doing things they normally wouldn't do in order to survive and supply their habit. Medical marijuana? There's no problems going on there.
You want to get high?
And that is our show, our pilot episode in the wraps. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in and listening. In future weeks here on Blunt Talk Radio, we're going to be talking to lots of people. People are going to be calling in. People are going to be coming into the studio. We also are going to invite all of you, the listener, to call in and voice your opinion on this, whether it's for it or it's against it. However, if you do want to join the cause and you do think that Florida wastes way too many tax dollars, jails, and ruins people's lives over victimless crimes such as marijuana charges, then you can hashtag Team Sideshow. Do it on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Snapchat, your Twitter, and make sure you tune in next week. We're going to be touching more on the benefits of medicinal marijuana, also on the state of Florida and, some of the corruptness and some of the laws and stuff like that. My name is Sideshow. You're listening to Blunt Talk Radio. We're always blunt and right to the joint. This is the TSRN. Thank you so much. Everybody, you're listening to Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN. Well, we got the pilot out of the way. We're going to do our very first 30-minute episode tonight. I'm really excited about it. For those of you that did not listen in last week or to get you guys kind of reestablish who I am, I'm Sideshow. I am an advocate for the legalization of medical as well as recreational marijuana. What I'm liking to touch base on mainly right now is the medical because, let's face it, America, Florida right now needs medical marijuana. There's a lot of retirees down here, a lot of people with certain conditions. People come here, post being active in the military, to retire here. And a lot of these people, have conditions where medical marijuana would benefit them in life. Basically, what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to talk to a good friend of mine. He's going to come at you known as Stitch. He's going to be my co-host for this evening, as well as several other evenings, because he's had quite a story on him. So first of all, Stitch, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
All right. Hi. My name's Stitch. I'm a 51-year-old male, born in Michigan. Diagnosed in 2005 with colorectal cancer. I also have chronic back issues, 10 bulging discs, scoliosis, sciatica. I have intestinal problems and quite a few different medical issues right now. So basically I'm disabled. I've been disabled since 2005. And this is an issue that, of course, is very close to my heart because I'm one of those patients that really need it.
We were talking before, Stitch, when, the whole election thing was going on and was supposed to happen and whatnot. And, we were talking about it quite a bit at my house, at your house. And, I could see how devastated you were with the fact that, Florida is the very first state to put this into, the ballot, and we didn't win it.
Oh, that's just ridiculous. If you looked at the polls that were going on for the whole year prior to the elections, 80% or more of the population of Florida was for medical marijuana. And even of the 20% that weren't for it, a good percentage of them aren't really against it. They just weren't for it. But the fact that only 40% of those people actually showed up for the election is just ridiculous. This is the first state in the union that failed to pass this amendment. And here we have a population that is older than most other states, and we probably have more people here in this state that need it than any of the other states. Why are we so far behind the rest of the country?
The one thing I was always wondering is why exactly did people not get out and vote? Is it just like, they're lax and that's just they're not used to going out to voting? Because, hey, let's face it, a lot of the times it almost seems in, other election aspects that some things almost aren't even worth voting for. But, this is like a major issue. And, people didn't go out and, vote, and they didn't go out and have their voice be heard. Do you think it also could be a fact that, maybe America or, more so states like, this Florida kind of breed you to keep your mouth shut? They don't want you to stand up for yourself.
Well, definitely. People without money in particular don't feel that their voice is going to be heard. Corporations and millionaires are obviously running the country right now, and people think that their voice, their single vote, isn't going to count. A lot of people falsely believe that the Electoral College null and voids the popular vote, but that's not true. But as far as this particular election is concerned, what I think is the bigger problem is midterm elections. If there's not a president being voted for, people just don't care. And that's the same reason that we have such a disparity in the Congress and Senate. We have Republicans in the Congress and Senate and a Democrat in the White House because they all got in on the midterm elections when Democrats don't show up to vote.
I was thinking a lot of the same thing, but I think that a situation like this really should encourage people to get out and vote. And if not for them, I could sit here and go on and on and on how I want recreational marijuana and I want this and that, and you're just going to think, oh, he's just another stoner guy that wants to smoke pot. And don't get me wrong, I do like to smoke my smoke, but at the same time, I'm looking out for the older generation or even people that are my age in their 30s that actually need this for any other condition. So I think what this really is saying is Florida, you people need to get out there and voice your opinion. You need to vote. You need to, go out there and fight for what you believe in. Sitting back on your couch and bitching at it to your friends, doesn't really do any good. It's about going out there and making these lawmakers and the Congress and everybody that has anything to do with passing any laws, you got to let them know, hey, this is what we want as a state, and damn it, you need to give it to us.
Absolutely, and with the research that they're now doing, and the fact that they're finding out that there really is something to it other than stoners getting high, that this really has benefits even for children with certain diseases. The fact that scientists and people such as John Morgan are getting involved in voicing their opinion that this is necessary, and it's not about a recreational drug, even if it can be used that way. This is basically aspirin.
Yeah, well, here's the thing I was thinking about today. I was sitting in the car, and I was actually trying to think of like little clever little slogans or like whatnot for like T-shirts or posters or something like that. And you know how like the slogan is "Go Green."
Yes.
For like, better environment and taking care of the environment. And I was thinking about that as kind of like a ironic thing, but at the same time, I'm like, well, we're a nation right now that's always preaching about how we need to start using everything organically. We need to start using everything clean. We need to use, Mother Earth. We need to stop polluting the earth so it could bring us forth fruit and whatnot. Then why are we letting big pharmaceutical make synthetic products like prescription medication to put people on when all we have to do is go in a backyard and grow the stuff, cultivate it and distribute it, and proving that it works better than these prescription medication. And that's something I wanted to talk to you about too. They put you on all kinds of prescription medications. I'm sure opiates and all kinds of other painkillers and stuff like that. What I want to know, and this is what we kind of touched based on my pilot episode, is how does this affect you? How these prescription medication affect you as a person?
That's an excellent question, because I take 6 different types of medication every day just to ease my suffering. And I'm still suffering. It doesn't matter the best day that I have right now as we're sitting here. My back is killing me. I have stomach ache. I'm nauseous. I haven't eaten yet today.
You talked about earlier about how you had some intestinal problem. Now that was caused by, if I'm not mistaken, we talked about it before. It was caused by the radiation, right?
Yeah. Initially, I had colon cancer, and then the cure darn near killed me. The radiation treatments missed and tore up another 8 inches of small intestine, plus scarred up whatever's left of my intestine. So my intestines don't function properly anymore at all. There's no elasticity to them.
So basically what you're saying is doing like the normal everyday things that everybody needs to do to survive and live comfortably, such as eating, is an issue for you because of this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't even eat every day. Quite often I'll eat once every 3 days. But if going to my intestines, discussing that, which is the worst problem in my life right now, anything that passes through my intestines, I feel it every inch of the way, which is not normal. It feels like I've got a baseball going through there or something, and it's constant pain, constant nausea, and there's no cure for it. There's nothing they can do to fix it.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. In lieu of that constant pain that you have from eating, and I wish someone from Big Pharmaceutical out there was listening right now, because I really want them to hear this. But, in lieu of you being in pain and you not being able to eat, well, how does the prescription medication that they give you help you to eat?
It doesn't. I've tried several different medications. I couldn't give you the name of them anymore. When I was going through the chemo and radiation, they gave me a variety of different nausea meds. Nothing worked.
So you're saying that actually it's possible that some of this prescription medication that they give to you might even curb your appetite even more?
Oh, yeah, definitely. All of the other medication that I'm taking, everything that I take for pain, nausea, all of that stuff slows down your intestinal tract and makes it harder to poop.
Yeah, it's so funny you said the word poop, because that's like a word that's just as funny when you were 6 years old as it is now.
Right.
You know? And it's like race car. It's spelled the same forward and backwards. What do you call that? I don't know. That's not important. Let's get back to the subject. Anyway, listen. So what you're saying is now that's actually curbing your appetite no more, and then even more so than what just the radiation did and the damage is done.
Curbing your appetite, putting it mildly.
And this is coming from a guy like me that like really likes to eat too. So that really sucks. So we're gonna go to a break actually right now, and we're gonna talk more about this. We're gonna pick up right where we left off right after the break. You're listening to Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN. We'll be right back at you.
Let me ask you a question. Are you getting enough? I bet you'd love more, right? Well, AdamandEve.com wants to give you more with 10 free gifts. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, a specially selected toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. So what do you have to do to get your 10 free gifts? It's not hard. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code GIFT13 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts. Go check out AdamandEve.com today. Select one item and get 10 free gifts, including free shipping, when you enter offer code GIFT13. That's GIFT 13 at AdamandEve.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-441-3678 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-441-3678 to take your call now. Call 1-800-441-3678. That's 1-800-441-3678. Again, 1-800-441-3678.
If you're looking for a better way to clean the air in your home or office, you need the all-new Ozone Light. It's as simple as changing your light bulbs. The Ozone Light looks like a normal spiral type of light bulb. It screws in most standard light sockets, but it's not a normal light bulb. It's coated with titanium dioxide. It's completely safe, but this unique coating kills most airborne bacteria, mold spores, and neutralizes odors. Just one light cleans the air in an entire room and lasts 8 times longer than the normal light bulb. If you have smokers, if you have allergies, if you have pet odors, mold, or mildew, you need the Ozone Light. It will wipe them out, and you have our word. If you're not satisfied with the way the Ozone Light cleans the air in your home, simply return it for a full refund.
Call 1-800-380-4095, 1-800-380-4095, 1-800-380-4095, or visit airtimestore.com. That's airtimestore.com.
What is up, everybody? We are back with another edition of Blunt Talk Radio here on the TSRN. I'm Sideshow. I'm here in the studio with my boy Stitch. What we're talking about today is we're talking about the effects of pharmaceuticals, that are being prescribed to people, and how that affects them in an everyday life as opposed to the benefits of medical marijuana had it been approved here in the state of Florida. Where we left off, Stitch, we were talking about, unfortunately you were diagnosed with cancer. You had gotten radiation. It pretty much fried your insides, your intestines, making it very hard for you to eat. We're also talking about how prescription medication even curbs your appetite even further. Now, let's go back to that about curbing your appetite from a man to a man. I love to eat. Have you always been a big eater yourself?
Yeah, I used to be a really big eater. In fact, used to be a joke in my family because when my kids were growing up, I used to let them order from the adult menu just so I could eat the leftovers. I'm the kind of guy that used to order 2 meals. I'm a full slab of ribs kind of guy, a 16-ounce steak, all you can eat, stuff it in type eater. And now I'm lucky to get 1 hamburger down or a sandwich, and I feel like I've had Thanksgiving dinner.
How else do you think, besides just your appetite, that these prescription medication has affected you? I mean, obviously, take over the course of time, it does damage to other organs such as your liver.
Well, so far my liver's holding up, but yeah, that's one of the things that I have to be really careful of. And some of the medications that you wouldn't think are dangerous are really the worst ones, like Tylenol and ibuprofen, things like that, which are something I need to keep swelling down because I have inflammation in my organs. So you need to take something for inflammation, and that's not good for your liver. So you have to kind of regulate that. And basically, I only take those when I have to. My other meds aren't doing too bad as far as my liver is concerned. But what we were talking about before is it slows down your metabolism, and it slows down the intestinal process of breaking down your foods and being able to have a bowel movement.
Yeah, so I mean, the problem I'm seeing here just by listening to you is now, because you're taking these pharmaceuticals and these synthetically made in the laboratory kind of drugs, it seems like you're not getting the proper vitamins and minerals that every human needs to function properly. You ever notice that maybe affecting your mood or anything as well?
Oh, absolutely. Well, right from the get-go, my weight. I used to weigh 215 pounds. Right now, I'm bouncing anywhere between 145 and 150. That's not good. And, of course, as you shrink, all your muscles shrink and your energy shrinks. It affects your mood, depression, anxiety. It's all a vicious cycle.
Oh, look at that. Mood, depression, anxiety, pain. We've touched all 4 of these subjects, which is what medical marijuana is great for.
Absolutely. Now, to begin with, I started smoking it just for the nausea medication. I did not think it was going to help with all of these other things. But I've noticed over the years that it takes me over the limit where the pill isn't quite enough, and I'm still in pain, and I'm still nauseous, and I'm still depressed. Just that little bit extra can give me, even if it's just 15 minutes relief, for me, that's great. I actually make note. If my stomach doesn't hurt for 15 minutes, I say something about it. Most people complain when they feel pain. I take note when I don't.
So these are opiates. A lot of these these prescriptions that they're giving you are opiates. So is there ever a physical addiction that comes along with this to you?
I actually, when I first started with this, I took different drugs that were more addictive and also affected your mind. Percocets, Percodons, those sorts of things not only made me high, but they also made my stomach more upset. So now I've found a painkiller that doesn't do that to me. It's Dilaudid, but you can only take it in so much dosage. Otherwise, it's going to do the same thing. So I have limits as to how much I can take with my medication, and the rest I just pretty much got to deal with. If you want to get an idea of what my day is like, I get up in the morning, I take a painkiller, an antidepressant, an anti-anxiety med, an antacid for acid reflux for my stomach, and let's see, am I forgetting something? No, that's it for the morning.
So you're pretty much taking like a mixture of Lucky Charms, pink hearts, orange stars, yellow moons, green clovers.
Exactly. Now that's breakfast. That and a couple of cups of coffee to get me woke up, and a half a joint. Now that keeps me, gets me to the point where I don't feel like I'm going to throw up. Now there's no such thing as breakfast, no lunch. I'll smoke another half a joint around noon, and then another one around 4. If I'm lucky, after that third one, I might be able to eat a sandwich. But 9 out of 10 times, I'm not going to get an appetite until at least 8 o'clock at night. I spend all day just trying to control the pain and the nausea and get to the point where I feel like I might be able to eat something.
So let's tell everybody out there, like, what you, and this is your personal opinion. I mean, you're no doctor. I'm no doctor and stuff like that, but we're both no dummies either. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the same time, in your opinion, what can medical marijuana distributed to you on a daily basis in place of most of your medications? Because it sounds to me like most of those conditions that you get or that you're actually taking this medication for can be solved with one medication. So what do you think that medical marijuana can do for you?
Well, I don't know if it can replace those, but I definitely couldn't survive without it. Those by themselves, those can take care of my pain and make it to where I'm not crying. But nothing replaces the medical marijuana for the nausea and the stomach pain and the appetite. If I do not have it, I will not eat for at least 3 days, sometimes a week.
That's hard. I remember one time we were out in Orlando. We were at a wrestling show. I remember that, and we went to the ale house afterwards.
Yeah,
and we smoked, of course, and smoked in abundance after. And I remember you put away like 36 shrimp, fried shrimp, and like it was nothing. Like I thought, and I ain't gonna lie and say I wasn't a little hopeful for it, but I thought that I was gonna have to finish up your plate and stuff like that. But you tore it up, and I'm thinking to myself, I think I've seen you eat more in that one sitting than I've seen you eat in a year's time almost.
Well, going right back to the ale house, if you remember the following week, that same plate of shrimp got passed out to the other wrestlers because on other nights I wasn't able to eat it. And it was a shame because you always bought me something good to eat. And, you have no idea how depressing it is for me to sit there and look at that and want to eat it and not be able to. And it's not just the waste of food, but knowing that I really want it. My mouth wants to eat. My stomach doesn't agree.
So given all your conditions that you have, that you are being treated for just by, your basic, medication that you would get prescribed by your doctors and stuff, like if you could go right now and you could sit in front of legislators and talk to them and say, hey, look, my name is Stitch, and, what would you tell them? What would you tell them if you had 30 seconds?
30 seconds? If that's all I had, I would just have to stick with medical marijuana can save lives. And I believe it saved mine. Mm-hmm. After my surgery in 2007, I believe I would have died. And I was plugged and could not get my bowels moving. And even after the surgery, I'm not going to name any names, but wasn't a real good doctor. They didn't know what to do to get my bowels flowing again. So I had to check myself out of the hospital and went home. And I was pretty sure I was going to die. had been 3 months without solid foods and wasn't looking good. My mother helped me roll a joint.
Mom did, huh?
Yeah. My mother is totally against marijuana, or at least was. She's learning to accept it now. But to see my mother do that was hilarious. But I couldn't. I was shaking so bad I couldn't do it myself. So she had to help me roll it. And bottom line was, I smoked it. A couple hours later, I was able to eat a Jell-O. And that was the start. And if I'd have stayed in the hospital and not come home and smoked that joint, I wouldn't be here today.
You know, that's an amazing story, Dennis. And even more amazingly, that you're not like the only one. There's thousands and thousands of other people out there.
Millions.
Millions, actually. Yeah, technically millions out there just like you that can benefit from medical marijuana, that can, live comfortably during the day. They can, help them, like you said, with the pain, the anxiety, the appetite, the fact that it's hard to sleep when you're in pain, stuff like that, and overall mood. I mean, why can't we start laughing more, America? Come on, Florida, get the ball rolling. Why are you the last people to do this? I mean, it's just so terrible. It really just pisses me off, you know what I mean? Because there's just a solution, and, someone like me knows this. Well, don't you think those millionaire lawmakers out there should know this? Shouldn't they be doing their research? Shouldn't they be doing this? But no. Yeah, I mean, it could be a combination of lots of things. It could be ignorance. It could be big pharmaceutical putting money in their pockets. It's them afraid of a new change because they've had everything mapped out, or so they thought mapped out perfectly for, the past couple of years. It really makes me mad that they just won't get on the ball with this, and that's why I'm here. That's why you're here. That's why we're all here to discuss this. And the main thing I want to get out, and I just thought of this now. It's going to be my biggest new slogan. It's going to be educate, legislate, medicate.
Excellent.
That's exactly what we need to do right
that.
now. Educate, legislate, medicate. I'm here to help educate you. Well, actually, this man, Stitch here, he's a ball of facts, and throughout our shows, he's going to be talking to you guys about a lot of stuff, and really letting you know in all the pros of medical marijuana and how it could help. I mean, geez, not only can it help people physically, but I mean, think of the economy. Think of the jobs it'll create. Think of the people coming. I mean, people travel to Colorado. I mean, I know that's recreational, but even other states. People travel to other states to get their medical marijuana, and that brings in more business, more revenue for that state. You know what I mean? It gives people jobs, and realistically, it keeps everybody in a good damn mood. Why don't you want us in a good mood? That's what I want to know.
Colorado's a perfect example of exactly how it can work. And even California, that's had medical marijuana since 1996, is using Colorado as their example of how to go about their recreational marijuana, which is going on the ballot in 2016. And the amount of money that Colorado has made off of medical marijuana speaks for itself as far as the economy is concerned. They made well over $11 million in tax revenue. They've created tens of thousands of jobs. There's no downside. They have not found one downside to it yet. None of the big fears that all of these people have complained about, this might happen, that might happen. People are going to turn to Satan and become gay because they're smoking pot, whatever. None of that's happened. Crime has gone down. Homicides have gone down. Joblessness has gone down. These people aren't quitting their jobs to stay home and smoke pot. They're going out to work to earn money so they can go out and buy it.
Exactly, and it's funny you say that, because I always had a theory about the when you said homicide and stuff like that is going down. You ever watch those old gangster movies where the guys are in the car, they're ready to do a drive-by, and they're smoking a joint, And they're like, oh, we're gonna get this guy tonight. We're gonna pop a cap in his ass tonight. He's gonna get, dude. If I smoked a joint, there is no way I am coming out of the car and gonna shoot at anyone. First of all, my depth perception would probably be off. I'd probably shoot myself in the foot, or something like that, or end up shooting an inanimate object. Second of all, I don't want to shoot anyone. Why? Who smokes a joint and wants to go shoot someone? It makes absolutely no sense. But now I'm rambling about nonsense. We're going to be right back at you before I go way far off topic with more Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN.
Are you worried about losing your home to foreclosure? If you've been threatened with foreclosure or received legal papers from your bank, you have approximately 30 days to respond. If you do not respond, you could lose your home. You have rights. Act now to protect your rights. You can stay in your home. Many times you can even modify your loan. The bottom line is you can get past this, but you must act right now. If you've been served by your bank and you're worried about losing your home to foreclosure, now is the time to fight back and save your home. Time is limited, so call the professionals at National Foreclosure Defense right now.
800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. 800-932-4102. That number again is 800-932-4102.
Well, folks, it looks like we're out of time. Another edition of Blunt Talk Radio under the belt. I would like to thank my boy Stitch for coming on and joining us tonight, educating us on his story, and we're going to bring him on a lot more. He's going to basically be my co-host. He's going to be my huckleberry over here for at least quite some time out here, because he has some great stories. We have so much more to tell you. Don't forget, if you would like to join the cause and join the movement and help to legalize medical and recreational marijuana, as well as stop Florida from wasting taxpayers' dollars by jailing and ruining people's lives over victimless crimes such as marijuana charges, you could hashtag Team Sideshow. Do that on your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Okay, well, one more episode under our belt. We're going to come back at you next week with another awesome edition of Blunt Talk Radio on the TSRN. I'm Sideshow. We'll see you all next time. Hey, remember, educate, legislate, medicate. Good night.